Awesome. I'm super stoked for you guys to get here or be here today, and for anybody watching the recording, because this month, this upcoming 30 days of you guys getting started, it's just going to be so awesome. I'm I'm just I'm so excited for you because I can see the future for you, right? Because I've gone through it, so I get to see on the other side, which is really, really cool. There's there's really not much that's been more fulfilling in my life other than like being a mom, maybe being married, than being a coach and being able to build this team with amazing ladies and just really I gotta tell you, the comments that people, the messages that people send us as coaches, when you're successfully bringing people in and they're starting to get results. I mean, just you ladies here, Katie, when you sent me a message the other day, I was like beyond excited. I get so excited when I get these messages from people, and I use your name all the time now. By the way, Katie, like in my follow-ups with people, I'm like, hey, because I update and reflect, and I'll explain what that means for you later. But when I message people, I'm like, hey, I just got to let you know that I just got this message from this amazing girl named Katie who's in my group. She just lost 9.8 pounds in like 21 days. Like, I get very excited, and I really talk about you guys a lot just in when I'm messaging people, which is really cool. I've been saying that I'm going to be really touting Lynette too. She just got some amazing results as well. She's on the call here. So I just want you to know that right off the bat, what we do is incredibly fulfilling. And because we're building a business, it's really important to know that, yeah, you're going to make money when you get started, when you start doing the actions I'm about to share with you. But I really want you to go off of these messages people are going to send you, and you have to get started though. You have to actually build your business to be getting these messages. You're not going to just get them off the bat. You have to be bringing people in, and to do that, there's only one or two things that you have to do repeatedly every single day, and we're going to go over those things in this call. So I just want you to know that, like, yes, the money's amazing too, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit as well, but overall, just what we do and the fulfillment of what we do is incredible, and I'm really excited for you to feel that same way. Amy's on here, and she's like my bestie in the business. She got me started, kind of, but she's my mentor as well, and so that's a long story. We can talk about that another day. But she and I bounce ideas off of each other every single day. I go to her whenever I need anything. She's super amazing. We're going to talk about her in a minute too, but when we got started, this was years ago, and we really had no one to tell us how to run this business. We had no one to tell us how to grow this business. And so our like whole goal is to make sure that when we bring people in, that they're not in that same situation we were in. And we want to see you succeed way faster than we have. And we've been able to do that. Our team is actually in the top 0.2% of the business. I think I got that right. Top 0.2% of the business. So you have amazing people here. Sorry, I got to turn this off. You have amazing people here who can help you. Not just me, but Amy and Kaylee, and there's other leaders on the team who are so excited to see you do well. The other thing I want to let you know is our success, it relies on helping other people succeed. So for us to do well, we have to help you do well. That's literally how this business is put together. And it's one of my favorite things about this business, because you know that the advice and the information we're giving you is very good information. And we have your best interests in mind. So keep that in mind. It's really important to know that. So how this is going to go down. Today's day one, week one, we call one, right? We're going to go over the next 30 days. We're going to have 4 calls every Monday for 4 weeks, right, at 8:30 p.m. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'm going to try really hard, but like I talk a lot. So if you have to hop off, that's fine. It's going to be recorded, but I highly recommend you get on here live every time so you can ask questions. If you're new to Zoom, you got to look real quick at your phone or computer, whatever you're on. It's really important to know that there's a mute button, which I think most of you already know because you're all muted. There's also the camera on and off. I love seeing your faces. It helps me understand if you're like nodding along. That's really important to me because I need to like know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? The other important thing to know if you're understanding is the chat button. And if you're on your phone, I know it's annoying. You can only see me or chat, one or the other, but it's important to know where the chat is so that if you have a question, you can type it in and I can ask those or answer your questions right away, okay? So I'm gonna go off of that chat a lot. At some point, yeah, you might have to unmute yourself and explain more or whatever, but it's really important for me to see those questions in the chat so we can be efficient, time efficient, which I'm not normally, but I'm trying really hard. Okay, so let me pull up my notes real quick so I stay on task. So our goals, right, over the next 4 weeks, my goal for you is to help you start 3 people in this journey. So 3 people, bringing them on into a challenge group. I'll explain all of this for you. It means 3 challenge pack customers. It means $150 in your pocket. It also, more importantly, though, my biggest goal for you, this is the number one thing, and I need you to write this down, put it in your head, don't forget it, this is very important. Even if you come away not earning any money this month, right? What I want you to learn and establish is a daily habit of what we need to do to bring in new people. That is the essential part of our business, is creating this daily habit of bringing in and inviting new people to join us, okay? That's my number one thing I want you to learn, because if you can get that habit, everything else is cakewalk, for real. I mean, that is the number one thing we do. Everything else is cakewalk, and it pushes everything else forward. So if you're inviting people, you're going to be held at a higher standard for your own accountability in your health journey, right? So it's going to get you better results for yourself, because you're going to be inviting people and you're like, oh, I better be on top of my journey too, right? It's going to grow your business. The more it's going to bring more people into your teams, your groups. It's going to make the excitement more fun. It just compounds, right, over time. So that's the number one thing. My goal is for you is to get into a daily habit of inviting. Now, what does that look like? I'll go over that for a minute. So today we're going to go over goals for this month, which I kind of just did. We're going to go over the customer and coach journey and what it looks like. We're going to go over incentives and prizes. We're going to go over the daily actions for success. I just talked about that a little bit. We're going to go over organization, and I'm going to give you homework at the end of this call, okay? But I'm like going to spit out a lot, so make sure you're taking notes. I'll give you the recording if you need to come back to this, okay? So in weeks 2, 3, and 4, we'll go over some extra things. We'll be going over the process after you're inviting, after you bring people on. How do you follow up with them? How do you help them get the best results ever? We're going to go over how you build your team and build your income, all of that, okay? So we'll be going over that. In the meantime, between each week, we're gonna stay in this chat that we're in. I think I named it the mentorship, August mentorship maybe. Go in that chat and check in with us, right? Tell us what did you do your homework that day? That's great. Any questions? If you're talking to someone, right, and they ask you a question, you're like, oh crap, I don't know the answer. Go into that chat, because if you have that question or you run across like a question that somebody else has for you, then one of us answering that in the chat is going to answer it for everybody. It's just way more time efficient to ask it in the chat and having us answer it, because somebody else is going to have that same question. Make sense? So really important. I know chats can get overwhelming, but I'm telling you now, overwhelm is a choice. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just take a couple minutes, like when you're going to the bathroom or something, and catch up on the chat. Okay? All right, cool. So that's what we're going to go over. Okay, so we went over goals a little bit, the journey of a customer and coach. So here's the deal. Everybody's journey is so completely different. I can't even tell you. Obviously, we know this. Just like people on like a customer journey on their fitness. Sometimes when you're inviting somebody, they're not ready. And I literally invite people all the time. And it'll show on my message, it'll be like, me invite them, 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 me invite them. Oh, look, they're going to join me, right? Like, it's a timing thing. And what I learned over time, like I was nervous at first to invite somebody more than once, right? I invite off of everything. If somebody's watching my views on stories, I invite them. If they like my post, I invite them. If they comment on my thing, I invite them. If they are talking to me, I invite them, okay? It's really important to know this. What made me feel really good about inviting them more than once was when I started asking people, because I was like, I think I'm bothering people. Am I bothering them, right? So I started asking them. I started saying, if somebody's like, oh, you know what, Ash, now's not the time, I'm just not ready to commit to anything, I would say to them, no worries. Do you want me to let you know about the next group I have coming up? 99.999% of the time, they said yes. I was expecting them to say no. I was kind of looking for a no. I was like, can I stop asking you? You know, but they said yes. And I was like, holy cow. Okay. All right. So it proved to me that's a timing thing. I don't ask people that question anymore. I'm actually pretty ballsy, and I'll just say, hey, I'll let you know about the next one. Right? I don't even ask anymore. But I just want to let you know that, because I was nervous at first. And when my coach was like, hey, you should just keep inviting, or when I heard other mentors tell us, just keep inviting the same person, and we're like, what? But then I realized, I was like, oh, well, I'll just ask the question. It'll help me feel better. And then they said yes. Everybody said yes. Every once in a while, somebody might say no. And you know what? When they say no, they say, no, thanks. I'm like, cool. All right. Right? So just keep that in mind, that people really do. They watch you. They love seeing your inspiration. They're inspired, but now might not be the time. So I just have to talk about that real quick. Okay. So to convert that over to coaching. So actually, let's talk about a customer after they get started, right? They're like, yes, I'm in, I'm all in. This is so exciting, right? Then they get started, and there's a week, they're really in, they're posting the group every day for a week. And then week 2 comes around, and you're like, where did that person go? Where did they go? I don't know where they went. Because guys, listen, what we do is we sell people on themselves. Like, you can do this, you're awesome, right? But once again, it's timing. Did you ever fall off track yourself? I know I have. Look, we're all like, right? So we have to remember that with other people. We have to have patience. We have to have kindness. We have to let them know we love them no matter what, right? So just remember that just like a customer would fall off and come back, or it would take longer. Maybe you have a customer that takes only loses half a pound every week for 10 weeks, right? And they're like, what is going on? Why isn't it not taking as long, right? And then you also have a customer who loses 20 pounds in 21 days, right? Everybody's totally different. Same with coaching. Everything's totally different in our journeys. You're going to find a coach out there who earned $100,000 in their first year, okay? You're also going to find coaches out there who kind of like, well, I tried a little bit. I dipped my toe in the water. I asked a couple people this month, and then 2 months later, I asked a couple people again, and they didn't really earn anything, right? For a year. So you can't compare journeys, and you can't compare your journey to theirs either, right? Because you're going to be on your own journey, and it's going to take the time in which you decide to put into it. I just want you to know that you can't look at somebody else and say, oh my gosh, they made $100,000 this year. Why am I making $10 this week? Right? Or vice versa. This is really big. Pay attention to me. This is really big. Some of us are very ambitious, and we will make $100,000 this year. We can't ask that person on our team who just got started, who's only making $100 this month, why they're not making more. Why aren't you doing more work? Look what I just did. You can do that. Right? Everybody's on their own journey. Okay, so those are really important things to know. Comparing yourself to somebody else and getting bummed about it for yourself is not going to do you any good. It's not. You can get inspired by them and be excited for them. I highly encourage always being excited for other people's success. And if you see that green monster clicking on, like a little jealousy monster, right? I highly recommend reaching out to that person and telling them how excited you are for them. It'll nip that in the butt. You will have made their day, and you would make yourselves, like whatever that green monster you want to call it, envy, whatever, it'll just go away because you'll be excited for them, right? So keep that in mind. Okay, cool. So everybody's journey is totally different. Keep that in mind. All right, so next. Incentives. This is one of my favorite parts. Okay, let's talk about incentives. I'm going to share my screen. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Ashley. This is me. Before I got started as a coach, I was truly looking for something. I was looking for change. And when I met the girl who introduced me to coaching, I had met her 3 months prior. We became friends. 3 months later, I saw her again, and she looked completely different. And I was like, what the heck are you doing? And she told me that she was doing P90X and Shakeology. And at the time, I had P90X sitting on my shelf at home. I actually had 5 Beachbody programs sitting on my shelf at home collecting dust because I would like start one. I'd buy it from the infomercial. Then see, like, this is old. I actually called to order it from an infomercial. Right. And then, and then they'd sit on the shelf, and I never completed them. So I was really kind of frustrated. And she told me about P90X. I'm like, dude, I already have that. That sucks. Why can't I do that? And then she told me about Shakeology. And I was sold out on Shakeology after I made her like send me a sample. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But I was sold out on Shakeology. She actually got me started on a program that was less intense than P90X, and I actually finished it for the first time ever. I finished a 30-day program, and then I went into P90X and finished that, and it like completely changed my life, guys. It really did. And that's when she also told me about coaching. And what I was excited about when she told me about coaching, she's like, I'm earning $1,000 a month, and I was like, so what? In 3 months? What? Now, like I said, everybody's journey is totally different. But over time, I did end up earning that $1,000 a month plus some, and I was sold out on coaching as well. But I'll tell you a little bit more as to what actually sold me out to become a long-term like coach later. We'll get into that. But these were my results. I've done so much with Beachbody. It's insanely awesome. I take my husband on a trip every year with Beachbody, which is cool. Really cool. Last year it got canceled because of COVID. But this was the year prior. We took April with us too and brought a girlfriend, one of her friends, with us. And we went to Mexico and we got to swim with the dolphins. It was so cool. And it was like, she was lit up. Really awesome. This past year we were going to take our whole family, but it got canceled. We go on trips pretty often. I want to say like a couple times a year, like at least 2 times a year. The Success Club trip and Summit. Summit is a conference. It's an annual conference, and all of our team gets together. We have a blast. I'm telling you, if you can get there, get there. We get to work out with the trainers. So much fun. I'll show you more about that in a minute, right? But this is part of our team. They're super awesome, and those are all the wonderful things I got to experience. But let's get off of that. Okay, so this is, see, that was somebody who said I will check it out. Did you see that? They're excited to see the video. I'm going to send them. Sorry. Okay, so this is Destiny United group in Facebook. This is where we explain or just kind of keep in touch with our coaches, okay, our coach team. We have this umbrella team called Destiny United. My small team, we like to call Better Together. Amy's small team, she calls Team Destiny. Everybody has like, once you hit a certain point, you kind of create your own team name. But the umbrella team, I'll call it, is Destiny United. So we're all on Destiny United. And this is our Facebook group for Destiny United. On here, Amy keeps up with sharing it's a leaderboard, and she shares everybody's points. Now this is what I'm about to talk to you about for incentives. We count points when we sell a challenge pack to somebody, right? So if we bring them into our group, like our Better Together group, or Amy's Grace Over Grind group, and we ask them if they want to join a challenge group, we get them started with a challenge pack, right? Each challenge pack equals 2 points. So one person gets started, they get challenge pack is 2 points, right? And she keeps track of all these points up here. This is where we are so far for August, okay? What's important about that? Well, a lot of our incentives are based off of those points, okay? And I'm gonna share, that keeps moving on me, I can't see it. There we go. Throughout the year, we have incentives from Beachbody for hitting certain point values every month. And we call it Success Club. So if you hit 5 points in 1 month, it's called Success Club 5. If you hit 10 points in 1 month, it's Success Club 10. So from 5 to 10, if you hit Success Club 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that would be Success Club 5, right? Anything hitting Success Club 10 and above, you'd be Success Club 10. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so if you hit Success Club 1 month out of this year, you get a t-shirt or this tank, which I love that tank, right? These are this year's prizes only. If you hit 3 months this year, you get this amazing super workout puzzle, which by the way is cool. The super workout is when we literally close down 9 city blocks when we have Summit over the summer. And 9 city blocks of coaches, we just fill it. And we do a workout together with all the super trainers like Joel Freeman and Autumn Calabrese and Shanti and Tony Horton, all these people. So cool. It's the coolest thing. So anyway, this puzzle is a picture of that huge 9 city blocks. It's really cool. 6 months, I'm not sure if you can hit that. I don't think you can hit that this year. So let's just stick with 1 and 3 for now, right? Okay. So these are the incentives for hitting Success Club for 1 month or 3 months this year. I don't think you can, yeah, we're past the 6 month mark, so you wouldn't be able to do that this year. Okay, so the other thing is if you hit, oh yeah, this is what I want to show. If you just started as a coach, so some of us actually use the chat here because I want to hear something. How many of us here have a brand new coach account? Because I'm not sure if many of us do. Or have we had the coach account for a long time? So did you just get your coach account recently, like within the last couple months? Or have you had your coach account for a long time? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, a year, 3 years, 4 years, yeah. For a while, okay. I'm wondering, I think Katie, you might have, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you will, I remember now. Melanie, yeah, Kristen, okay, so anyway, this will be good for you to know though if you're bringing somebody new on. If you hit Success Club 3 times within the first 6 months of owning a coach account, you win certain prizes. And one of them is a free summit ticket. And the other one is to be in the exclusive pilot test group with the up and coming new program. So they just changed this and it's really cool. This is the new program coming out in October. It's called 30-Day Breakaway. And it's actually a running / training program. Okay. And this is the Success Starter test group. I can't show you the inside because I'm not in it. But 963. Anyway, that trainer, the super trainer, works with these people every day and helps them get the best results so that we can then show people the results of the test pilot. Does that make sense? It's really cool. So if you bring anybody new on, then you need to tell them about this because it's a cool incentive that they can win. Okay, so the other thing they get is the Summit, Coach Summit ticket for free. And that's what I was talking to you about, the annual conference. This upcoming year for 2021, it's going to be in St. Louis. And if you have a chance, I'd say check out this website, buy your ticket now while it's still cheap because the prices will go up throughout the year, and just commit to going with us because it is so much fun. So much fun. So if you can commit, we share rooms, by the way, like we try to keep it low cost for everybody. So yeah, you do have to fly out there, but then we share rooms and try to keep the cost low. So something to keep in mind, highly recommend. It's July 15th to July 18th. So much fun. So much fun, I can't even tell you. And if you're building your business, then they give amazing training too. People really walk away and just explode their business. And I will say that it's the thing that made me become a lifer, a coach lifer, I'm going to call it. Because when I went there, I wasn't sure what to expect. And I was expecting, well, I actually did have an expectation. I was expecting people to be like hype, you know, like, woo, we're making money. Like I just was expecting it to be hype like that, right? And what I realized is I've been to other conferences where they're like cheering the people who make the most money and they wow with the people who like grow really fast, right? But what I realized at this conference is they weren't like that. The thing that made them go absolutely berserk was the annual conference or the annual challenge winner, right? Look, I have goosebumps even talking about it. And at that point, when they brought out the person on stage who had the biggest transformation in their life change, and they were talking about it, and then they picked every year we pick we pick a winner who wins $100,000 for their transformation, right? And when that winner won, everybody was crazy. They were crazy when people were getting amazing results and changing their life, right? And when that happened, when I realized that it wasn't just about like getting rich, right? Basically is what I wanted to say. I just knew these were my people, right? I was like, these are my people. And I love how everybody is so excited about, oh, Colleen said one male, one female. I couldn't remember. One male, one female wins $100,000 every year. I was just so excited about their passion for helping others. And when I went there, I was just sold out. I was like, that's it. I'm just going to do this. And since then I've been incredibly consistent with helping a certain amount of people every single month. For me, it was a minimum of 3 because I wanted to make sure I was hitting Success Club. Now my minimum is different. It's not just 3, it's many more. But when I first started, when I committed, I was like, I'm going to help 3 people every month and I'm going to commit to that, right? And that is how I grew my business. Okay, so if you help 3 people every month throughout the year, and sometimes helping 5, I think it would be better to help 5, and I'll explain why. You get to win a Success Club trip, an all-inclusive trip for you plus 1. And yes, I do mean you get to earn an all-inclusive trip for you plus 1. This is how I've brought my husband on trips in the past every year. And this is how I was going to bring my whole family last year. If you can help 5 people every month, you can go on this trip with us too. Now you can get on the trip if you help 3 people every month, but then you have to pay a little extra. I want you to get it for free, right? So if you help 5 people every month, you can go on this trip with us. And I'm telling you now, these trips are amazing. If you can, like Beachbody does it right. And I know this because I've been on so many, but I'll tell you something else. Whatever we do is chartered out by Beachbody. We actually have to do it for two waves because we pack the place. So I've been on a cruise with Beachbody. There's not one person on that cruise that's not from Beachbody. We literally take over the entire thing. I've been on all-inclusive resorts, and we had to do 2 times. Like some coaches went the first time and some coaches went the second because we booked out the entire place for 2 times, right? So it's so much fun having all these people that like live the Beachbody world take over a place. It's so cool. So I would do anything you possibly can to help 5 people a month and get on this trip, okay? This trip is going to be April, see how there's 2 waves, April 11th to the 15th or April 15th to the 19th. And I'm pretty sure our team is going, most of us are going the 15th to the 19th. You have an option, but that's when we signed up for ours. And there's 2 different locations that we're taking over. Unico is like more of a couples resort kind of, and Hard Rock Cafe or Hard Rock Hotel. Super cool. Okay. So here's I want to show you something about income. Okay. There's so many there's 400,000 coaches in the United States. Okay. 400,000. But what does that mean? Well, just like you saw all these people in this chat say, I've been a coach for 4 years. I've been a coach for a few years. I've been a coach for 3 years. I've been a coach, a lot of these coaches are discount coaches, and we call them discount coaches, meaning they're not trying to earn any money. They're just using the coach account for a discount. And because of that, it skews all these numbers, right? So these are literally numbers. It's like the independent coach earnings statement. for all coaches. And so this down here, the Emerald and Ruby, these are like either they're, oh, and this coach rank here, either they are using the coach account for a discount or they literally just got started, right? So those are those two, the coach here and these two Emerald and Ruby coaches. Once you start hitting diamond and star diamond, that shows, okay, this person's serious and they're gonna be building their business and truly want an income, right? But you can see the huge range. Like this, the low is $400 for the year earning and the high is $164,000 for the diamond rank. That's a huge range, right? It's because we're business, we own our own business. We can do what we want. So somebody could have hit diamond and then stopped building their business and they just held that diamond rank and didn't do anything for a year. Does that make sense? Like we are our own business owners. So it's really up to us. Or you can have somebody who's truly working their business and doing the things I'm about to teach you every day. And then star diamond is just more like a rank up. Amy is a, I don't know what you are right now, Amy, maybe a 3-star diamond. I'm a 2-star diamond. So like there's Kaylee's a star diamond. There's a bunch of star diamonds on our team. Okay. And there's all different kinds. There's like 1, 2, 3. So it just keeps going up. But I just wanted to show you that if you run across that, that's what this means. This just means that we're all business owners. We take it as we want. We put the work in. When we put the work in, we earn money, right? When we don't put the work in, we don't earn money. So something to keep in mind. Okay. Okay. So those are the incentives. Oh no. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Any questions so far? Put that in the chat. So I showed you what's possible with the income disclosure statement. I don't know if you saw that, but like there's some pretty high incomes on there. Okay, so here we go. How much time does it take to build your business? This is one of the biggest things I get asked, to be honest with you. How much time does it take? And I'm just gonna say it's totally up to you, honestly. If you want to earn more income right away, then you're gonna wanna put more time into it. But what I'm gonna teach you is the basics, the minimums, right? If you can put 15 minutes of inviting in a day, you're gonna start pretty solid, right? Can you build this business in little 15-minute pockets throughout the day? Absolutely. Will you build $1 million business in 15 minutes throughout the day? Probably not, right? But you can start off doing it that way. You can start off with 15-minute pockets during the day and get into a habit and learn what you're doing and then increase from there. Okay, does that make sense? So I kind of showed you a little bit of what to expect from me and what I'm going to be teaching you, but here's some things that I'm going to expect from you. This is important. In this group, in this mentorship group, I'm expecting you to be positive. I'm expecting you to be uplifting towards yourself and everyone else in the group, okay? I'm expecting you to be a problem solver. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to have questions, but what it means is I want you to look for the, like, ask yourself, how could I solve this problem? Or how can I come to the table with a question, with a possible solution, right? I want you to really try to be resourceful here. I'm going to give you the tools, and I want you to ask questions. I do. But I want you to also ask in a positive, uplifting way and try to come up with some solutions, right? I want you to be a team player, and that's really important, especially in this. I want you to be like, when I say team player, I mean like encouraging other people, celebrating their wins. If you see someone else write something that could be a win, whether you feel, sometimes we see other people write a win, like a victory, and we're like, oh, bummer, I didn't do that. Well, I want you to flip the switch, right? Stop getting down on yourself and be excited for them, okay? I want you to be excited for them the same way you would want them to be excited for you, okay? So we have team calls, and I'll tell you more about that later, but they're on Thursdays. And when we do, Amy reads off the people who are on the leaderboard. When we have those team calls, I want you to be excited for the people whose name is being called, right? Don't take that as the time to scroll through your social media. Be a team player, okay? So that's really important. And then lastly, I want you to take ownership. This is your business. I want you to treat it like you own it. Okay? And that doesn't matter if that means that your goal is to bring in 3 people a month or bring in 20 people a month. The point is, no matter what scale you're at in your business, you still need to take ownership of it. Okay? Doesn't matter if you want to earn $150 a month or $10,000 a month. I don't care. It's still something that you take ownership of. Okay? So if you're like, okay, I'm going to be inviting 15 people today, take ownership. You're inviting 15 people today, right? Okay. So those are really important. I really want you to take note of them. Okay. So let's start jotting some things down. I'm going to get you some brain flow here. First question for you, and this is kind of out of the blue, is I want you to make a list of 10 people, at least, who you know, love, and trust and would love to build a business with. Who of your friends and family would you love to build a business with? Who would it be so much fun if only they would be interested in doing this with you? I want you to make a list. And once you're done with your 10, comment in the box and let me know you've got your 10 so I know how far we're at. I really need to like find that music from Alec Trebek. I guess I don't do as good of a job. I know your Zoom says Joseph, but that's Courtney, right? Awesome. Love it. Who's got 5 written down? Cool. Okay, cool. Cool. 5. Got it. All right, whoever has 10, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Tell me who has 10. 10. Yes, Katie. Shouting you out, Katie. Good job. Awesome. Lynette, Beth, cool. Okay, so here's the thing. I want you to think of these 10 people, okay? And sooner or later, you're going to invite them. I'm going to have you invite them to join you, okay? And it's going to look really simple because you're just starting in this business or reigniting your business if you've been here for a while. And you're just going to send them a quick message and let them know what you're doing and see if they're even interested in joining you. But I don't want you to be married to the answer. So follow me on this. You're just asking them if they're interested in learning to join you. Okay, that's it. That's it. I don't want you to feel anything, whether it's yes or no. No sweat off your back. It's not a big deal, literally. It's not a big deal. And I don't want you to be married to the outcome. What I do want you to do is be married to the process. And I want this throughout your entire coach career. I want you to be married to the process, addicted to the process, but not addicted to the outcome. I want you to just assume they're going to say no, actually. Be excited for them to say yes, but just imagine, oh, if they say no, I don't care. No big deal. I just wanted to give you the opportunity, right? I just wanted to give you the opportunity. No big deal. I need you to become addicted to the process of asking someone if they want to join you, okay? So I don't want begging. Don't beg. Do not beg anybody. Okay. And I don't want you to be like a hard sales person either. I don't want you to like try to sell all the benefits and everything. I just want you to ask them if they're interested in joining you. That's it. So later we'll message them and we'll be like, hey, I just want you to know that I started doing this thing. And we'll figure out the wording, but basically it's like, I just want you to know well, it depends on you, right? And this is what we're about to list. The next thing we're about to list, another fun little list. I want you to think of 5 reasons why you're here right now on this call. Just think of 5 reasons why you're actually on this call. I'm sure you have 10 or more, but for time's sake, think of 5. Whoever has their first 5, please let me know in the chat. Beth, what? Okay, Beth, do you want to unmute yourself and share? Are you up for it?
Sure.
Go for it.
I'd love to. So a lot of them are around the same general topic, but learn how to earn, streamline the process of earning, hear how others have successfully grown their coaching business. I loved what you said initially, where you didn't have anybody to show you how to do this, but we do, and I haven't been tapping into the resources, so this is a part of that for me. And to get back into it, I was on and off, and I'm ready to get back into it. So this is for me, the commitment. This is the commitment piece for me, is to show up and to participate in these activities and these calls that you guys are having that are teaching us how to do things efficiently and learning how to earn, and to cut out all the extra. There's so much information out there on Destiny United and all these outlets, and it's very overwhelming. And I, again, loved what you said in the beginning. There's really like 2 things that you need to be doing, and need to be doing them all the time. The extra is great, I'll get that, but I want to start earning quickly, so here I am.
Awesome. So I'm in love with all of the things that you said, but I'm going to ask you to go a little further. So when you said that you are here to earn and learn how to earn and do it efficiently and everything, but it all comes down to earning money, right? So why coaching to earn money?
It's
like, what makes you choose this?
Yeah, health and fitness is a personal passion of mine, and I feel like I'm doing it anyway. I was posting my journey, I was posting and talking to people all the time. I mean, I'm literally, for the people in my circle, the go-to person about fitness programs and nutrition, and why not get paid for it? So I'm passionate about it just in my life. So this is a way that I can make some money doing something that I'm incredibly passionate about.
So right there, write that down. This is a way for you to make money doing the thing that you're incredibly passionate about. This is a way for you to meld your passion and earning income together. This is a way for you to work without feeling like you're working, because you're doing something you love. Like, these are things you need to write down and make a list, right? Does someone else want to share? Or do I have to pick someone? Alrighty then. How about each one of you just type in one thing that was on your list on the chat?
I was going to share.
Oh, go ahead.
You want me to, Ashley?
Go ahead, but in the meantime, still chat. Everybody give me one thing that they wrote on your list. Go ahead, Colleen.
So I literally put on there to grow my team, to learn how to connect with others who may be my tribe, to have a solid income to retire early, to relearn the process of duplicating for others so that it's simple. And then to show and then my next one was to show others it's a simple process and you don't have to recreate the system.
I love the tribe one that you said. I love them all, but the tribe one, because I actually wrote something very similar down there. Putting it in like a different terms, maybe what you're also saying in that is finding friends that you can connect with on a deeper level.
Yep.
Because you have similar values. And I have that written down too. Make more friends with similar values. And another girl on this team said the same thing to me. She said, listen, I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. And it makes me want to cry because we have that for people, right?
Yeah.
We have that for people. We have this community. It's hard to make friends. It sounds ridiculous, but it is. And social media is not the place to be making, you don't intentionally make friends on social media. People are arguing with each other constantly. So what we do is we bring the light to social media, and those people who are attracted to that light, they're your tribe, right?
Yeah.
You share your journey, you share positive stuff, and those who are being engaging on your stuff, those are the people who are your tribe, right? And by tribe, I mean your friends. So this is a way for you to build up that friendship. Amy used to say it all the time. She's like, I didn't have any girlfriends. And I thought about it. I'm like, my entire life, I was friends with guys.
Yes.
My entire life, I was friends with guys. I had sisters who I fought with constantly. And I love them dearly. But I just connected with guys more. I don't know. But being in this business has given me those friendships that I truly love and cherish. And I can be so me with them. Does that make sense? My quirky, my weird, my everything with them, which is so cool. It's given us this friendship. Okay, so find passion outside of music, enjoying helping others. Yes, Kristen, I love that. Now, Kristen, the cool thing about this is if you have a passion of music, you can use that passion to build your business. You can use the passion of music, share more about music, find other people who love music the same way you do, and you can build this tribe of people who also love music and have other similar values as you do, right? It's cool. All right. To work on being the best version of myself while helping others and get out of my damn head. Get out of your damn head. So I also have on here to hold myself accountable to my fitness goals. When we put ourselves in leadership roles, which is what this is, being a coach is a leadership role, we hold ourselves to a higher standard. We hold ourselves accountable to the things that we truly want, right? It's easy to run away from, so don't run away from it because you have to grow for that. You have to get out of your comfort zone for that. To achieve those things that you really want, you have to get out of your comfort zone, and that's uncomfortable, obviously, right? So it's also easy to run away from. Don't run away when things are challenging. Emotionally, when things are challenging. Physically, when things are challenging. Scheduling is challenging, right? Come to the group. Come with some solutions. Try to figure it out. Don't run away from it. Okay. To be more than just a mom. Katie, you don't know how many people in this business, in this coaching world, find themselves as somebody other than a mom. And that sounds weird, but it's not. It's not weird at all. Sometimes we lose ourselves in helping everybody else and doing everything for everybody. It's taxing, right? Did you get that book? Totally hit my head. Yes. Okay, I can't wait to talk to you about it. Okay, so I told Katie to get a book. It's called, I always forget the name of it. One Beautiful Dream. Such a good book. Such a good book. Okay, so, and Amy says, yes, purpose beyond being an awesome mom is so true. Okay, I also wrote down to earn $100,000 this next year and a half. So yes, you can have income goals as well, right? Amy has awesome income goals. She can share if she wants, but I'm not going to go into it. I will say something about Amy. I'm so proud of her. I'm going to share a little bit of her story with you real quick when it comes to income goals. Amy was living in the middle of Allentown with her 2 boys and husband on 18th Street. If you're from the area, you'll know where that is, near the hospital, right? Her children were about to go into Allen if they stayed there, and she just didn't want that. She was like, I don't want my kids to go to Allen. So she turned it up with her business, right? She was already coached for a while, but she found something that she really wanted to work for. So she turned up those daily actions that I'm about to show you what to do, right? And by turning it up, she was able to send her kids to the Lehigh Christian Academy and not have them go to Allen. And then she turned it up some more, and she bought herself a home in the countryside. And you got to see her backyard. It is unbelievably gorgeous, right? She's got these rolling hills behind her, a farmland, just so pretty. But it took her to make that decision to turn it up, right? And she had to find something that she wanted to work for. And she had to create a goal, something that was going to press her, that was going to urge her, right? Yeah, pain points. She found pain points and then knew that this business could be the solution for her if she put her hard work into it. Okay, so this business is not the be all end all, but it is an amazing tool to get some of the things that you really want in life. It really, really is. Okay, so find those pain points and look for something that you can answer by turning up your business. Okay, and working hard in it. Okay, so these are all brainstorms. I want you to keep these notes because we're going to use these same notes next week. So don't lose this notebook. Make sure you come with it next week. We're going to be using these notes. Really important. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to get really detailed right now and talk about what a challenge group is, how we're going to run it, how we invite to it, what we do with the person when they join. Okay, that sounds like a lot, but it's going to be quick. Amy and I both, I think everybody on here is from Amy and I, right? Like it's pretty much our teams. Okay, so we both have our groups on Facebook. Hers is called Grace Over Grind. Mine is called Better Together. This is where our customers go. In that group, we have, I think Amy does, she might correct me. We have a welcome post. Yes, you do. Okay, so we have a welcome post. And in that welcome post, it shares exactly to our new customers how to get started. This is really key for you to know because it's going to make your life so easy as a coach. Okay, we set this system up so that it would be a super simple thing for you to duplicate. And when you bring a new coach into this business, you are going to share the same thing that I'm sharing with you. Okay, so a new customer, you're going to add them to the group and you're going to let us know so we can accept them into the group. Okay, you can just send that customer, once they sign up, you're going to send them the link to the group. So like for me, it would be Better Together group. If you're on my team, if you're on Amy's team, it would be the Grace Over Grind group. You're going to send them the link to the group. They're going to join it. They might have to answer a couple questions and we'll accept them, but you have to let us know who it is so we know to accept them. Make sense? Cool. Okay, so once they're in there, there's a welcome post. In that welcome post, go to the comments, type out their name and say, hey girlfriend, start here. Okay, that's it. You just have to tag them in there in the comments to let them know where to start. Let them know to read the post. Okay, so in the post, it tells them what to do. It tells them to introduce themselves. It tells them to go to the unit section to learn how to get started. Okay, so it's all right there for them. So when you get somebody started, that's where you're going to send them. What are your responsibilities in the group? So our responsibilities, we are going to be putting, me and Amy will be putting the daily posts in that group. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to put a daily post in there. You don't have to have those announcements. However, what your expectation is in the group is to check in daily with your own workout. You can put in a meal plan. I love Katie has been putting in all of like her meals. They're so delicious looking too. I love that Beth is putting in pictures of her upside down. So great. Check in with your Shakeology. Take a snapshot of your Shakeology. A really good tip though, when you do that, is to share something about what the Shakeology is doing for you. Instead of just saying, hey, here's my shake, you could say, oh my gosh, I'm loving that this is helping me meal plan because it's one less meal I have to worry about, right? Or I love that I don't need a multivitamin because all my vitamins are in here. So something that's helping you with your Shakeology. You don't have to do that every time, but it's just really cool to like share with everybody how it's helping you. Make sense? Okay. So check in with meal plans, check in with recipes, check in with, if you see motivation quotes, something that moves you, put it in there. But your responsibility is A, to check in yourself with your own journey. So that's what I was just saying. And B, to be a cheerleader for everybody else. Comment on people's stuff. Encourage people. If you see someone is being welcomed into the group, welcome them. Comment on there. Be excited when people have things to share. So be the engagement, right, into the group. Those are your jobs in the group. Not much, right? It's not much. So back in the day, it used to not be like that. So we're taking a lot off of your plate, right? Okay. So how do we coach people when we get them started? Well, A, we get them into the group, right? B, we check up with them, and I'll teach you that next time because we don't need to know that right now. C, you need to be leading with your own example, right? So they can see that you're working hard too. But the most important thing is to be able to point out tools for them, right? So you're going to get to know more of the tools as we go. But if you hear somebody say, I'm having a really hard time getting my workout in or getting up in the morning and not having motivation, you might want to suggest energize, right? Or if somebody comes to you and they're like, oh, I'm really super, super sore. I don't even think I can work out tomorrow. You might suggest them getting recover. So you'll learn these things as you go with the products. But there's 3 accountability tools that we have that you can always point them to as well. One is the 24/7 virtual gym. If you don't know what that is, go into your group and learn about it. Just search. You can search your group for anything, by the way. In groups, there's a search bar. You can search virtual gym. So virtual gym, see if they'll meet up with you. See if you can get somebody else to meet up with them. Virtual gym. The next one is live meal planning, which Kaylee runs on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. You can also hop on that virtual gym link anytime you want with somebody else and do some meal planning, right? You could always use the virtual link. And then also we have coffee talks Saturday morning, which is like super fun to hear other people's stories. And sometimes I'm just blabbing, but I love interviewing other people who have great results. And that always inspires me to hear people's results. So those 3 things are really cool to point people to. Our job is not to be a personal trainer. Our job is not to be a health guru. Our job is to point people to the things that we have that will help them, right? We're like a tour guide. Oh, you can go here, you can go there. This will help you, that will help you. Look at Autumn's book. Look at To Be Mindset book. I mean, like we have the tools. We have the trainers. They're amazing at what they do. They're so good at what they do. So our job is to point. This workout would be great for you. That one might be good. That one might be good. That might be good. You know, and you'll learn those things as we go. Kristen asked, is Kaylee's meal planning recorded? If we get new people on there every week, it will be recorded. When people usually do show up, but if no one shows up, she just sends out an old recording. So more people we can get on there. She was doing it for a little bit now. She's definitely consistent, but we haven't been telling the whole team until recently. So now we need to get more people using it. And it's really awesome because Kaylee's like a guru at this. Okay, so how do we help them after we get them started? We put them in the group. We become a tour guide. To start inviting to a group, I want you to have a group date, an open group date. And so how does this work? So we have the ongoing group, right, that in Facebook, the Grace Over Grind or the Better Together. But what I want you to have is a start date. So my next start date is September 7th. I would suggest for you, your next start date to be September 14th, because that'll give you 3 weeks from today to get some people together. If you can have 3 new people by September 14th, that would be awesome. And what I want you to do is have what I'm going to call a pod, but it's just a group chat. Put these new people in a group chat together. You could do it on text. You could do it. Messenger is always easier, I think. But you put them in a group chat together, and then you can just chat about like, hey, did you guys figure out your workout that you're going to start with? And you just hold that group chat for like a week or two just to help them get started, just to answer their questions, just to get them, to get to know each other so that they have like more of an intimate setting. But always going back to the group, like, so who logged in their workout today? What workout did you do? Just like your girlfriends, like you now have this little accountability pod, right? And that's what I'm going to suggest to be your group start date. So you can check with your coach and see if that's a good date for you, but I think the 14th, that gives you 3 weeks from today to commit. And the group start date is important for 2 reasons. One, it gives you the urgency to make sure that you're doing what you need to fill it, right? And 2, it gives them the urgency to give you an answer. So if you're like, hey, my group starts September 14th, they need to give you an answer before September 14th, right? Or else they're just going to keep pushing it off, because that's how we are as people. We push things off until we absolutely need an answer, right? So this gives them a date in which you're starting. Let's get you started. Let's make sure you have your tools by then. You can even say like, oh, my group starts the 14th, so you might want to make sure you order a week prior. You know what I mean? So like, it gives the urgency. It's really important. And then you have this little accountability group. And then you can have another group start date 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. Does that make sense? And then you can say to yourself, okay, my goal is to make sure I have 3 people in that group. That'll make me hit Success Club. That'll help me earn my $150. And it'll be fun having more than one other person doing this with me. Make sense? Cool. So that's what I suggest for your group start date. The other thing is, and I'll show you next week, we do have like preset posts. You don't need to use them, but it'll give you an idea of what you can say in that group every day for like the 1 or 2 weeks to get them started. So don't feel like you're like out in the cold for that, but you do need a challenged group start date. Okay, so next we need to be story collectors, and that means ours and our customers. And I have 2 more points, and then we're gonna go over the script and be done. Okay, so story collectors, our literal job is to collect stories. Okay, ours, our customers, the people in our groups, and we'll talk more about shout outs next week. However, what we need to start with is our own story. Okay, now I'm going to show you something. I just took a bunch. Remember when I said sometimes people get off track with their nutrition and fitness? Well, over quarantine, I gained 12, 15 pounds. So anyway, this morning I took a whole lot of before pictures, okay? And this is important for all of us here. I want you to see how many pictures I took. You know what? I'm going to screen share this. See if I even have them. Yeah, okay. See all the different poses? Hands up, hands out, hands down, hands behind me, different outfit, here's another outfit, hands up, hands down, sideways, quarter turn, another quarter turn, a video, another video, another outfit, hands up, hands out, hands down, quarter turn, another video, another outfit, right? It took me time to do this. Hands up, hands down, hands out, quarter turn, another outfit, bright colors, pink pants, green shorts, a bathing suit top, sports bra, pants that don't fit me anymore, a little dance, right? So there's a lot of pictures here, okay? My point is, the more pictures you take, the better. Because as you go throughout your progress, you're gonna be able to put those same outfits on, take more pictures, and put them side by side. And you might not just do a side by side of like front and front. You might do, oh my gosh, look, I got a new muscle here. And you can see it because you took a picture like this, right? Or from behind. oh, look, my back muscles are coming in because you took a picture like this. So take as many pictures as you possibly can and do it now if you haven't done it yet. Do it now. And the more you check in with your pictures, like the more you, now, okay, how do I explain? Next week, I'm going to take more pictures on Monday, but I'm going to take one of the outfits that I just used, and I'm going to put that outfit on and take more pictures. I'm not going to do all the outfits every week, right? That was just kind of my starting point. And then throughout the weeks, weekly for me, because I need the accountability, and I like to share my journey as I go, weekly I'll take a different outfit and a different outfit, and I'll just repeat the poses so I can see myself. First of all, I can see where I'm having these results because it helps me stay on track. But if I also see an awesome picture, I'm going to share that picture, right? So think about what you can do. I also, even because I knew I was getting on this call, I wouldn't normally, I did a picture with a tank top on, because I know a lot of people are like, well, I want to take pictures, I don't want to show myself with sports bra. You don't need to be in a sports bra, okay? This is a tank top picture, and if you can tell, I've got some serious muffin top there, right? You don't need to have a sports bra or a swimsuit on. Just wear something tight that you can see the difference in, right? If you just wear workout pants and a loose shirt, you'll never see a difference. It just, I mean, you might if you lose 100 pounds, but it's just not going to show a big difference. You need to wear something where you can see a difference. So do that. But that being said, you don't always have to show before after pictures for your journey. I want to show you, well, maybe I'll show you later, but Lynette just posted two things on her timeline. Lynette's down 20 pounds, 19, 18, I don't remember. She'll type it. And what she did on her timeline just recently was 19, that's it. Oh, your question, did I use a tripod? No. I had something like this on my sink, and I put my phone up on it. And for the longest time, I would use this timer, but this time I invested in a $2, you can just look it up on Amazon, clicker. It's a Bluetooth clicker. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm sure you can search it on Google or on Amazon. Super cheap. And then I don't have to keep going back and forth to my camera. I just click it, right? Okay. So that is a really good investment, really cheap too. And then I just prop up my phone and I just click, 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 click. Okay. So Lynette just posted twice in the last week on her timeline. The one time she literally just posted words, and the words were like, I'm already down, I'm down 18 pounds. Can you believe it? Or something. I forget exactly what your words were, but I'll show you in a little bit anyway. And then she also, later, she posted a picture of just her in jeans because she was shopping and realized, oh my gosh, I can wear a size 10. I am amazed, right? So she didn't have to have a before after. She just had to be excited about her journey. And there's tons of likes and comments on there. People get excited for others when they see somebody excited for themselves, right? It just happens. So that's a really good way to start sharing your journey. You don't even need that before after picture, right? Challenge groups are just grouping of start, not that everyone is doing the same workout. They don't need to be doing the same workout. To answer your question, Katie, everybody could be doing a different workout, but you need to, like, in the group, you can be like, did you pick out your workout? Or they might just all be doing MBF because that's the program that we're like highly selling right now. But no, they don't have to be all doing the same workout. It's not a problem. So many workout programs we have. Okay, so let's go over how to invite, finally. Okay, I'm going to use Lynette as an example because she just has that awesome post. Let's start here. I gave you guys the script already, right? So you can look over the script, but it basically shows people how to break down the packages. And right now, the best value package we have is MBF, right? And so whether they start with MBF or not, it still makes sense for them to get the MBF package because it's like the cheapest package we have. And it includes both nutrition courses, which that has never happened before. So you can get them started with that package. They'll get all of the workouts, they'll get both of our nutrition programs, and this is all written in the script, so you don't even have to like write this down. Just go, and I'll reshare it in the chat again, but go to the script and it shows everything written down as to what they're getting. You literally can copy and paste that, and that's after someone shows that they're interested. But let me walk you through the process. So this is Lynette's, where are you, Lynette? There you are. This is Lynette's post that she just did recently. She said, I fit in size 10. I haven't fit in this size since my mid-20s. Now, everybody, first of all, let's give Lynette a round of applause. That's freaking awesome. Awesome. So she says she's super emotional right now. So she has 114 comments and 128 likes, okay? So this is what I would do in this case. There's gonna be people in here who are gonna be asking her, hey, what'd you do? And in that case, if they're commenting below, I would say to them, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm doing this workout program. I'll send you the info, right? I would never use the name of anything in my posts. I wouldn't put it in my posts, and I wouldn't put it in the comments. I would take that conversation as a personal, message conversation, okay? That's number one. So those are the people who showed that they were interested, like, hey, what are you doing? I want to know, right? Or, hey, I've been trying to lose weight or whatever. The other people who either just commented congratulations or liked and clicked like on her post, like any of these reactions, I would message every single one of them. And all I would say is, thank you so much for the love on my posts. I'm super excited about this. Were you just giving me extra encouragement, or would you like to also know how to join me? That's it. Some of them are just gonna be like, I just am loving watching your journey. You're rocking it. Okay, great, right? But others might be like, yeah, actually, can you send me some details? But all you're gonna ask them is, you're gonna thank them for liking your post, and you're gonna say, would you like some detail, or would you like some details about what I'm doing? Or were you just giving me some awesome love? You know what I mean? However you want to word it, but make sure it's a question and it's one or the other. Were you just sending me some encouragement, or would you also like to know, would you like to join me, or would you like to know what I'm doing and join me, or whatever, right? But end it with that question. And all you're asking them is if they want more info. That's really all you're asking them. So that's a super simple way to follow up with all those people, Lynette, and all of these people. So you can set yourself a goal, like, listen, I'm going to reach out to 15 people a day or 20 people a day and just follow up with all those people who are liking, commenting, and all that stuff, right? Here's one. What's your strategy? So she already messaged them. Good job, Lynette. Okay, so that is one way to do it. The other way is to just invite people who are connecting with you already, like other posts. I invite off of all my posts. If I post a picture of my kiddo and I get 150 likes, I'll go in there and invite all 150 of those people, okay? So the script that I gave you, let me pull up the script. I don't remember where I put it. Mentorship. There we go. I gave you this document somewhere. I gave you a document to get started. And I can't find it. Here it is. Okay, so I give you this document to get started, and in the document, it has the script. It's right here. So if you're like, what? She gave me a script? I did. I gave you the script. It's just hiding. So in here, this is what I use. Why is it not opening? Why is that opening? Well, maybe I can't show you right now. But in the script, I don't know why it's not opening. It's like moving around my screen. Do you guys see that? That's the weirdest thing. Whatever. In there, it has the way I invite to this thing, into the, I'm just going to explain it. Screw it. In it, it says, hey, are you interested in more information? You can just read the script yourself. But what I do is I just send them a video. And it has the short link in there to send them the video. I said, here, check this out. If they say yes, I'm like, okay, here, check out this video, right? And then I follow up with them if they never reply to that video, like 4 days later. Usually people forget, right? So I might message them back and be like, hey, did you get to check out the video? And Katie, you'll see that's I use your I use your results in some of those messages. And then I'll be like, hey, did you get to check out this video? I just got a message from my friend Katie, who just lost 9.8 pounds in the last 21 days. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, forgot. Or yeah, I checked it out. I'm actually interested. Or no, now's not the right time. Those are really the only answers you're going to get. And then if they say, yes, I'm interested, then I ask them, are you working on like weight loss? Like what kind of goals are you working on? And then they'll usually be like, how much is it? As soon as they ask me how much it is, then I send them the list of exactly what's included and how much it is. So really you're just asking them if they're interested. And then if they say yes, sending them a video, and then seeing once they watch the videos if they're still interested, and then getting them the amount, like what's involved, right? That's it. That's all it is, right? And it's just a lot of following up to make sure that they watch the video. Here's the thing. It's very important to keep track of all of this. So if you have a notebook, a single subject notebook, not the notebook that you're taking notes in right now, something on its own. Get a notebook only for invites. This is my, the Amy has hers, I have mine, it's invites, right? So we write the date and then write down everybody we invited. It's really crucial to take this seriously when it comes to organization, because we don't want to let anybody through the cracks. We don't want them to like fall through the cracks. If somebody said yes at one point and then we never followed up with them, you'd be missing out on a ton of money. Next week, I'm going to show you how to follow up with people more often to make sure that you're getting answers, right? But don't forget a couple things. How many times has somebody ever texted you or messaged you, you saw the message, you opened the message, and you didn't answer, and then you forgot about the message? Katie, you're like rolling your eyes. It happens all the time, especially to busy moms at home. It just happens all the time, right? So don't get frustrated if somebody doesn't answer you. There's going to be a lot of people who don't answer you. They're not ignoring you. They're not. They saw the message, they wanted to reply to the message, and then they forgot to reply. Or their kid like just threw up. Whatever, something happened, okay? So don't get obsessed about the answers. And that's what I was saying before. Get addicted to the process, but not to the outcome. And I'm going to show you next week how to follow up with all these people without feeling like sleazy or weird. Okay, it's really important to learn how to follow up with them. But in the meantime, you have homework between now and Monday. Your homework is to reach out to at least 5 people a day. At least. I mean, if you wanna fill up that challenge group of 3 people, make it 10. Okay? So reach out and ask them, Lynette, like what I said about, are you interested in getting more information or just giving me extra love? Whatever. Ask a question like that to see if they're interested in watching the video. Look at the script I gave you. Look at those invites and use them, right? You can put them in your own words, make it sound like you, but the concept of asking them if they're interested in watching a video is important, right? That's important. If you have not been sharing your journey, feel free to start sharing your journey. We'll go over how to do it more in detail later, but it doesn't need to be like, this isn't rocket science. Like, just share a little bit of your journey, okay? Try not to use the names of your stuff. Just start sharing what you're doing. Hey, I'm trying to get into this fitness routine, working out every day. Can you believe I've done 10 days straight? Like, I have a freaking streak going. You know what I mean? Like, something. Just start sharing your journey. Katie, the things that you're posting in the group with the meal plans and your recipes, share them. Share them on your timeline. And then you can just start inviting the people who click like and comment on your stuff. If you don't have anything like already up, start posting. So here's the thing. Post once a day. It doesn't need to be about your journey. It could be your kids doing something. Like I just want you to get used to knowing that you need to post every day. Post once a day. Invite 5 to 10 people at least every day. And there was one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. Make sure you're tracking it. Oh, and send birthday messages. Find out on Facebook where birthdays are, right? This is really simple, guys, but I'm going to show you how to turn birthday messages into mad money. Pretty cool. It's cool. So send out birthday messages in a message, like not on their timeline. If you see, like, go find the birthdays for the day, right? And message them and send them a sweet message. Hey, happy birthday. Hope you have an awesome day. Or, hey, happy birthday. Are you celebrating? Doing anything fun? Hey, I wanted to be the first person to message them the day before. Hey, I wanted to be the first person to say happy birthday. Did I win? Right? Or maybe the day after. Hey, I saw everybody was messaging you, but I knew you'd be super busy getting back to everybody. Did you have an awesome day? Happy birthday. You know, birthday messages. Key. So birthday messages, invites, and post every day. If you have questions, let me know in the chat. I know this was a long one. Next week will not be this long at all, but we had a lot to cover. And if you have questions, let me know. I got one from Ash, Amy, and one other coach. Kristen got many birthday messages from many coaches. The link to the video is in the script, Beth. I have it on there. So you should be able to find it. And if you have any other questions, let me know. And before we go, just let me know one thing. Was this helpful? Yeah. Yes? Good. Okay. Awesome. I'll talk to you guys next week. I'm going to